In 1972, America watched something it had never seen before. A black man kissed a white bigot on primetime television, and millions laughed. It lasted 2 seconds, but it broke barriers that decades of conversation had barely moved. This was All in the Family, and the man who made it happen was Norman Lear. By 1972, All in the Family was already the most talked about show in America. Norman Lear had turned a Queen's living room into a national mirror. Archie Bunker was loud, prejudiced, and weirdly familiar, a character people recognized in their own homes. So when Lear announced that Sammy Davis Jr., a black entertainer and civil rights icon, would guest star, the country was ready to see what would happen. But nobody was ready for that moment. The setup was simple. Sammy Davis Jr. loses his briefcase in Archie's cab and comes to retrieve it. The audience knows what's coming, two worlds colliding. Archie tries to act polite but fails spectacularly. He asks if Sammy wants quote unquote colored coffee. He talks about segregation like it's a misunderstood hobby. And through it all, Sammy smiles. Patient, gracious, and deadly funny. Then, as he's leaving, Sammy asks to take a photo with Archie. Archie leans in, and Sammy plants a kiss right on its cheek. The studio explodes. That laughter, raw, disbelieving, joyful, is television history being made in real time. Carroll O'Connor and Sammy Davis Jr. played that moment like a choreographed duet. O'Connor's Archie is nervous, stiff, trying so hard to appear civil that he becomes a cartoon of his own bias. Sammy plays it cool, a showman in control of the stage. That's why the kiss works. But is it revenge or grace? That's complicated because it isn't just grace and it isn't just revenge. It's something far more sophisticated, a playful, elegant checkmate. Sammy doesn't embarrass Archie, he disarms him. He exposes the bluster without cruelty. He steals the moment with charm instead of anger, and that is why the audience explodes with joy. It's comic justice, delivered gently, a joke that lands without wounding. Sammy doesn't humiliate Archie. He liberates him from his posturing. For a split second, the walls fall away and we see them as just two men caught in a moment of truth and laughter. That 2 second kiss was a national conversation starter. Some viewers called CBS furious. Others called it the funniest thing they'd ever seen. Either way, they were watching together, and that was Lear's point. The scene showed America what comedy can do and when what it stops trying to be nice and starts telling the truth. In that moment, prejudice wasn't preached against, it was laughed at. And laughter did what sermons couldn't, it made people see themselves. All in the Family proved you could tackle racism and still get a laugh. You could change minds without a speech, just a well timed punchline. 50 years later, the Sammy Davis kiss still feels electric because it wasn't just about race. It was about our capacity to laugh at fear and turn discomfort into connection. Norman Lear didn't believe in preaching morality. He believed in putting it on the couch and letting it talk back. That's why this scene endures. It's funny, but it's also forgiving. It reminds us that television, at its best, doesn't just reflect us, it nudges us forward. Thanks for watching Sitcom Story Studio. If you remember this scene, or if you're seeing it for the first time, tell us how it hit you. And if you believe television can still make us laugh and think at the same time, subscribe for more.